If you remember, in the story, little Comp came along and took an egg from one nest, and then it ended up in the other nest. Well, that reminded me of the adding that we've been learning about this week. And if little Comp puts this egg in this nest, the number of eggs in this nest gets bigger. And when you put them all together, that means we're adding. So we had one egg on this side, and we had 2 eggs on this side. When we want to find out and add them and find out how many altogether, we move them to make one group. So then we've got 1, 2, 3. We had 1 on its own, we've put it with the other 2, and we've made 3. Now you could play this game at home. Now you might not have lots of eggs like I have, but you might be able to make it out of pieces of paper, or you might be able to find something else in your house to use. Now you can make 2 nests. I've just got some sticks from the garden, but you might have 2 pillows you can put down on the floor. You might have 1 nest pillow on one side and another nest pillow on the other side. And then you can either use, I've got some plastic eggs from Easter. You might even just pretend you've got your Lego bricks are eggs and see if you can add together. So in this one, I've got 2 eggs in this nest and 3 eggs in this nest. And we're going to add them, which means put them all together to find out how many there are. But I have to move them across. So I'm going to put them into this nest. So they're all together. So then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So adding is simply when we've got something here and we put it together. Now I've got a lot more eggs, so I could keep making this game with bigger and bigger numbers. Some of my eggs are real, some of my eggs are pretend. These are my pretend ones. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this nest. Oh, if I can carefully put them in. And 1, 2, 3 over here. And if I want to add them, I've got to put them all together. Now I could move these ones over to here, as long as they're all together and in the same place. So I've got 5 over here, so I'm going to leave them because I might wobble them, and I'm going to bring the other 3 over. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to bring them across. That one makes 6. Another one makes 7. And the last one, we'll have to be so careful because that's a real egg, that one makes 8. So they're all together. Now, why don't you have a go at playing this game at home? You could even get your toy dinosaurs to join in. Now, I've made mine look a little bit like Jurassic Park. I've got some plants from the house. I've got my giant dinosaur from my classroom. I've got some sticks from the garden. And I've got some eggs. I'm sure your mummies and daddies probably don't want you playing with real eggs. So see if you can find, maybe you might have some yellow Lego cubes, or you could cut them out of paper. You could draw them yourself and cut them out of paper and play the game this way. Maybe cut up no more than 20 eggs in total and have a game. Now you might even like to make a video like I have. You could send it in and show us your learning, or you could take a photograph of you doing it, and maybe someone at home can send a little message to say how you got on with adding and putting the things together. Let's see how you get on.